A Plaguelands Media production.
Hey everyone, this is Hugh from Plaguelands Media. Now, today I'm bringing you an RPG review of an IP that I absolutely love. I love the Alien movies, even though some of them are arguably better than the others. I'm a fan of the lore. I'm a fan of, heck, I even enjoyed Prometheus, even though a lot of people said that was a shit film. I love the novels, books like Alien Prototype. I love the comic books, especially the old Marvel comics, with just awesome art, great stories. So when Free League said that they were coming out with an Alien RPG, I was all for it. Now, the cover itself, phenomenal. It just sums up the tension of the game. But is the book any good? Well, in my opinion, yeah, I loved reading through this. I really did. I'm not going to go into a deep dive of the rules and the character creation system or anything like that. I just want to show you some of the products that have been released for this role-playing game. There's not a lot. Free League also do a Blade Runner RPG, which I am really, really excited to get my hands on. So let's open this puppy up. We get a map of the galaxy, I guess. You can already see that the presentation is phenomenal. We go into a bit of background on the world of Aliens, a timeline, and then the different careers: frontier colonists, space truckers, company reps, and colonial marines that you might want to set your game around. There are two different types of game modes in Alien, the role-playing game. You can have the campaign play, which is where your characters progress and whatnot, or cinematic play, which is like, one-shots, few sessions, that kind of a thing, which I thought was really interesting. The themes, tools of the game, what is a role-playing game, of course, and then we go into your characters' core concepts, career attributes, skills, talents, stress, health, name, appearance, all that kind of stuff, your gear, your personal agenda. Every character in this game has an agenda. Encumbrance, consumables, how to spend your XP. Characters also have buddies and rivals. Just like in real life, you've got your friends and then the people that you kind of don't like or that you don't want to work with. And that affects how the game plays as well. So you have your colonial marine, colonial marshal, company agent, kid, medic, officer, pilot, roughneck, scientist. So they're kind of the equivalent of your classes, I guess you could say. Then it goes into your different skills, rolling dice. You can get actual alien dice that have like the alien symbol and stuff on that, but you don't need it. You can just use regular dice to play this. Basically the rules of the game, different skills you have, talents that your characters can get depending on what your class is. There's general talents, how to do combat, things like that, actions and initiative, all the regular stuff you'd find in an RPG book. Ranged combat, damage, critical injuries. I love when there are giant tables. So the critical injury table, you can get a crushed foot, punctured lung, leg artery cut, that kind of a thing. Stress and panic. Stress is like a very real factor in this game, as you would assume it would be in an Alien game. Different hazards, synthetics, vehicle combat, your gear, weapons and armor, heavy weapons. You get pictures of them all, which is cool. We all know that. Other equipment, food and drink, all everything's here, like everything you would expect an Alien RPG to have. Then we get some discussion on surviving and living in space, law enforcement, different upgrades, things you can get, different spaceships, space combat, so how that all works, your job as game mother. That is what the games master is called in this, the game mother. So basically, how to run the game. Governments and corporations. So we have the Three World Empire, the United Americas, the Union of Progressive Peoples, the Independent Core System Colonies, Interstellar Commerce Commission, Weyland-Yutani, of course, LaSalle Bionational, Siegson, then Systems and Planets, talking about all the different locations, the Outer Rim territories, Frontier, then we get to the best part of the book, Alien Species. You have the engineers, the xenomorphs. You have different types of xenomorphs. Gorgeous, gorgeous art. Alien hive, all the different stages, other species that you can throw into your games, lionworms, harvesters, scorpionids. A thing about campaign play. So if you want your characters to be space truckers, colonial marines, frontier colonists, how to make your own star systems, which I thought was really cool, which has a lot of tables for rolling on, job generators, just a lot of tables, and different NPCs and encounters that you can have. And then we have an adventure, Hope's Last Day. You have some pre-generated characters. You have Hadley's Hope here, different locations, kind of what goes on. I'm not going to get into that. And some maps of Hadley's Hope. And then your character sheets at the back, as well as an index. So, Alien, the role-playing game, all in all, I really like it. I don't think it's suited for every gaming group. It takes someone who is, first of all, interested in the IP to run a good Alien game. Also, you kind of need to balance the horror level with this one. It's a more serious tone. I know playing Call of Cthulhu, we do have that horror aspect in my game, but you know, my players are kind of wacky and do some crazy shit sometimes. So the comedy kind of balances it out. To get a really good Alien RPG game, there needs to be a level of tension that the game mother, as they call it in this game, needs to be prepared to bring to the table, in my opinion. So the first product that I'm going to show you is Chariot of the Gods. This is a cinematic adventure, so not supposed to be part of campaign play, although I'm sure you could probably fit it in there if you wanted to. This is a self-contained scenario where you have your pre-generated characters that you can give to your players, maps of the different ships, all the non-playing characters, and basically this is a classic Alien story with a ship that has, you know, that's overrun with xenomorphs and whatnot, and you've got to find out what the fuck is going on. All in all, really cool. I really enjoyed reading through this one. Well worth, if you want to run a game. It's fairly cheap. You can pick this up fairly cheap. If you want to run a game, I recommend running this. It's a really cool scenario. Now, the problem that I have with a lot of the Alien stuff, sorry about that interruption. The problem I have with a lot of the Alien stuff is that it is set up with pre-generated characters in mind. So just keep that in mind if you're looking to buy any of these store-bought products. Now, the next one is Destroyer of Worlds. This is an actual box that comes with a lot of stuff in it. You get your adventure book here, Free League Games catalog. You get cards, agenda cards, and story cards to give your players. You get maps, and you get character sheets that have your stats on the back and everything like that. So you can just give these to your players and they are good to go. This one is a really cool, much longer, almost a campaign. It'll take you a long time to get through it, but ultimately it is well worth it for the story, which I am not going to spoil at all, but let's just say some shady shit goes down on a planet, and you are basically called in to recapture some people that may or may not have anything to do with the end product. Finally, another source book, Alien Colonial Marines Operations Manual. This is basically if you want your players to be in a Colonial Marines campaign. This gives you background information about the Colonial Marines. It gives you how to make characters that are Colonial Marines, different new talents, new heavy weapons, things like that, other equipment, different types of Marine-based scenario ideas. black projects that the Marines are involved in: Artificial Womb Soldier Program, Project Berserker, Project Life Force, the Dark Star Program, Xenomorph Aberrant Types. So you get some new Xenomorphs. It's a really good read. Kind of makes, after I read this, made me want to go back and watch Aliens again. Missions. So you get almost a mini campaign with different missions that you can run for your players, which is most of the rest of the book, which I really appreciated. Just a very well-written addition to the Alien RPG, which is always good. There is, I believe, a new boxed set out, which kind of continues the stories that were set up in Chariot of the Gods and Destroyer of Worlds. I have yet to get my hands on it. But I just wanted to do a quick little video showing you the Alien RPG by Free League. Or Free League Publishing. Okay, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the notification button to get updated whenever I release a new video. But, of course, most importantly, stay safe, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.